Hi guys, so I got another unboxing. So I got in this month's Curated Bead box, and so it's called Mystical Orient. And I saw the picture on the box and I was like, ooh, pretty. So we're gonna open it up and we're gonna go through it. So it comes wrapped up like this and you get a lot for it. So let's take a look at what we've got. So the first one is we have a 10 millimeter Summer Glory crackled season glass bead. I don't know what season means, but it's Summer Glory, I guess. Is that? Oh wait, that's the yellow marble. Well, that would be this one. Sorry guys. Summer glass crackle beads. So that is pink and orangey, pink and peach. That's a very pretty strand of beads. I can see that making a really nice necklace, bracelet. So that's fun. Next, we have the yellow marble style glass beads, size 10. So that was what I was showing here. I like this. These two together, I'm going to say it, pink lemonade. For some reason, every time I look at beads, it reminds me of food and drinks. And I don't know why, because it's not like I'm hungry. Then we have 10 millimeter fuchsia swirl marble style glass beads. These are pretty. I like these. They look like an abstract painting to me. Each one is different and unique. So I don't know if you can see that. Like each one is completely different. I'm loving these. I don't know what I want to do with them, but I can't wait. And those together, I mean, those are, just beautiful together. So good job. Next, we have 8 millimeter green, purple duo style glass beads. And I'm assuming that that's this. I'm not seeing the purple. I mean, there is like, yeah, I can see it. So like if you look on this bead, if I can get it into focus for you, there's just a little bit of purple on that. But I do like this with this color. It's oriental, I guess, but it's also, it reminds me of flowers. So I guess that's the theme for spring. And then we have an 8 millimeter lapis lazuli gemstones. I have a bunch of these in my stash. So I do like those two together. Actually, like those three together. That would make a nice... So I could see that being a necklace and bracelet. This one being necklace and bracelet. Then we have 6/0s in baby pink. So these are 6/0 beads. I tend to be picky about my seed beads, and so I'm going to show you what, why. Like I like seed beads, but I also like the depending on the quality. So when you get seed beads, you've got ones that are really wide, and then ones like this that are really narrow. So to me, unless I'm doing something really abstract or something that requires different size seed beads, I tend not to like to use these because they end up causing more problems than with design, because you need to make sure they're all the same. Like to me, I have to make sure they're all the same size. So I would have to go through and pick out, like that one right there is extremely long, whereas that one there is extremely narrow. And so I mean they're pretty, but I'm gonna have to be careful how I use those. But I do like those with this, so I may do something with these and use some of those seed beads. Next, we have approximately 1 ounce pink silver designer glass beads. Okay, and we've gotten these mixes before. So this is You got some pink crackle, like I've seen these on strings before, some pink pearls, and then some of these silver stripe beads that, you know, I'm not fond of them. I mean, they're nice, but I'm not fond of them. I tend to use these in boho style things. You know, I like them. They're just not, they're not my usual design style. Now I could probably use those, you know, to make some boho jewelry. Maybe we'll do that this month. Next we have approximately 1 ounce pale yellow silver designer. Now, I was looking at the picture of these on the box and I really wasn't sure what these beads are. And now that I'm looking at them in the bag, I'm really not sure what they are. So we've got these bicones, these yellow bicones, and those are nice. I like those. What I'm most curious over are these beads, because they look like they're not beads. They're literally, they're rivolis. They're little rivolis that somebody drilled a hole through. So in order to string these on, when you're stringing them on, you're going to put your thread, and that one's too big for it, so we'll just use this little wire. You're going to put your thread through the hole there. So when you're putting on your beads, and I'm going to string a bead on, you're not getting to see the pretty shiny face, and you're not getting to see the pointy face. It's kind of in between. And the side of the bead, I'm like, so maybe if I were to be doing something, and I was looking at the box and I was like, well, if I were to do something where I wire wrapped it maybe and had it sticking up like that, or sewed it onto some, you know, shibori or something where, you know, we put like a bead on top of that. So I'm not real thrilled about those, just because I really don't know how to use them. They're pretty, but I'm not sure how I'm going to use them. And then there were some seed beads in there. I'm trying to get that other seed bead. There we go. And then they have some, these look like 11-0 silver seed beads, or dark silver gunmetal style seed beads. So those are nice. So I can see using this on a embroidery. I probably will use that. I'll do some bead embroidery with it. So if you're struggling to figure out how to use these, you know, stay tuned. Later this month, I will be probably doing some kind of bead embroidery with that, because I do like that idea for that. All right. And so again, weird beads. Never seen those before. Next we have 1 ounce crystal white designer glass beads. And so these are just random shaped beads. And I see some really nice crystals. And again, these are, excuse me. Hi, Bunny. Do you need a cookie? She needs a cookie. Here. Oh, whoop. Here you go. There you go. Yeah, so these crystals, again, are drilled the same way, except I think these are top drilled. Where's my needle? These are drilled up at the top, so they're going to dangle. And so, again, I'm probably going to use those like I use these, embroidered on something. And then these are top drilled bicones, or I have not seen beads this shape before. This is very interesting. So I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do with that this month. You know, the round ones are easy. I thought these were just bicone crystals, but they're drilled. They're drilled in, you know, really, I mean, I could see doing something where you might be putting them back and forth like that, maybe. But then you've got odd shapes. So there's some odd shapes in here too. So like this one's an odd shape. So they're not all the same shape. So that is going to be interesting to play with. I'm going to have to figure out what to do. I do like the square ones. I like these because you can line them up in bead embroidery. So if I put a color behind them, they're going to pick up the color a little bit. I like those. And so yeah, so interesting shaped beads this month. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with them, but they're interesting. Next we have 10mm by 6mm silver metal barrel spacer beads, and you get 8 of those. So these are pretty weighty. So these are solid. They're metal too. I can feel the cold. So these are solid metal. These are nice. So these will go well with excuse me, with this. My allergies have been acting up. Next, we have 6mm silver bead caps, and there's 25 of them. I have a bunch of these in my stash. Little flower space, bead caps. Those are pretty. Those will go with this coloring. And then we have a 54 by 36 silver metal half moon pendant chandelier. So I like this, and there's a little space for a cabochon in there. I don't know if I have a cabochon that size, but if I don't, I can take some resin and maybe do something with resin in that. I can see using this for the blues and the purples, or maybe doing something with all the colors, but I'm leaning toward this green and the blue and doing something with this silver. I like that. And then we have 130 by 6mm pink polyester tassels, and you got 5 of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I mean, I guess I can see earrings, and I'm going to just see if it'll fit. Just to kind of give you an idea, you could probably do something where, if I could get that whole piece in there, get the tassel on or something, or maybe even a European bead for the tassel, and do some tassel earrings, or maybe wrap some beads around. If I had beads wrapped around it, maybe the seed beads wrapped around it, and do tassel earrings. Or if I was going to do something, maybe bookmarky. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, because I normally don't make tassel jewelry. Keychains, purse bling, things like that. So we'll try to figure out what to do with those. I could see sewing them on if I was to be doing, let me see, bead embroidery. If I were to have, a cabochon. Do I have a cabochon not attached? I do. So let's say I had a cabochon, and I know this one's green, but if I were to sew, some tassels on behind my cabochon or something, I could see using them for that. Maybe and doing some kind of a dangle, but yeah, we'll have to figure out what to do with those. So I'm gonna not get those back in that bag, that's for sure. We'll just set those out. But anyways, that's this month's bead box from Curated Bead Box, Mystical Orient. Yeah, I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do. I mean, I love these. Don't like these beads. Like this right here, I love. I do like these yellow beads. I think those would go well with, maybe with the green and the blue. The pink frosted crackle in here goes well with those. But I'm not real sure about the rest of these beads. Let me get my needle out of here. These ones, I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to have to try to figure that out. But anyways, I wanted to show you the box. And we'll probably get started on that later this month after I get done with my other box that I've already started. And of course, as usual, got their, you know, kit, everything silver this month. Looks like we've got head pins and the usual accoutrements, ear wires, jump rings, all sorts of stuff. So if you're just getting started, these kits are great because you don't have to buy findings. So yeah, so this is going to stretch my design skills. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm going to set these away for now. Whoops. That's why I don't like tassels. They get stuck to everything. Anyways, so that's this month's bead box for Curated bead box for the month of May, Mystical Orient. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.